Now, you know, when you guys show up, it gets crazy. I'm always happy to see you two because that means we're talking about my favorite game here at the Next Level Experience. I have to say it blew up in popularity, especially with everybody at the booth.
I've been seeing that.
Have you been hearing all the talk about Mighty Quest?
It's been blown up indeed. I know. Big success.
It's ridiculous.
It's awesome.
You have to love it.
Yeah.
So with me, I got my man Matt, my man Romain. They're going to talk to us about some Mighty Quest for Epic Loot action here for all of you guys. Anyone in the booth or anyone that might be joining us for any other Next Level experiences, you might want to pay attention because we're going to drop some knowledge on you guys.
Oh, you know it.
Before we do so, let's talk about Mighty Quest. What exactly is it for those that don't know?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know the game, it's basically a game of castle building and castle attacking, right? So it takes place in a fantasy kingdom called Opulencia, where basically the goal is to build your own castle, fill it up with defenses, creatures, traps, etc., to guard your loot from attackers,
right?
And then to play as a hero, and then go and try to return that favor to other players and try to take their loot in their castles.
Right.
So basically, that loop of castle building and castle attacking is what the game is all about.
Right, so real fast, we're going to show you guys the characters, let you guys know exactly who's in it so far. Word on the street. I don't know if this is true. This is just word on the street. You guys are going to be announcing new characters at some point. Not now, but at some point. We're going to up the arsenal a little bit.
Oh, you know it.
Looking forward to that. So, all right, let's talk about our first character, the one that we showcased yesterday real fast. Let's briefly touch bases on the Knight. Let's show the Knight real quick. Started out looking good, Mr. Sir Painhammer,
Sir.
In the building.
He's not just plain old Mister.
True. True.
Painhammer, the trash-talking melee character, right?
Always got something to say.
Oh, always got something to say. He big mouth on Painhammer. Look at those choppers too. Then the character we're going to play as today, your personal favorite, I know
yes, that must be the Archer.
You
go.
know it.
Black-Eye Bogart,
Bogart.
Monster in his own right. Talk to me a little bit about Black-Eye before.
Black-Eye's a man of few words, definitely a finesse character. So I know as a man of finesse yourself,
yes,
this is why you two are a match made in heaven.
I got a little Painhammer in me with a little bit of Black-Eye. I guess you could say that I'm kind of like the next character we're going to announce in a moment. Who is that for
My favorite character,
of course,
the Mage, the Earl of
He's
Evilocity.
got some swagger, some trash talk on him. I love this guy.
We're going to be playing as him tomorrow. My personal favorite character, definitely. But today, Archer. It's Archer time. It is Archer time.
Let's get into some Archer action. That means we must be going into attack mode first.
Oh, you know it. Absolutely. So there's Black Guy just chilling on his throne there,
hanging out, kicking it, loving himself. Real fast, show us the world. I want to see what the attack world looks like real fast.
Sure.
We're looking at the stage so far. This is Opulencia.
Yeah. So this is the live version of the game right now, the closed beta version. So you'll see there's the green castles and there's the blue castles. Now the green castles are the ones that we have designed ourselves at Ubisoft, made as PvE environments, and all of those blue castles, so you'll see there's tons and tons of them. Those are all actual player castles.
Now we've seen these guys run through some player castles earlier today in the competition, so that's pretty awesome.
I
know I want to see.
It's getting fierce out there on the competition floor. I'm telling you that right now.
So usually, when we hang out, we have a devotion to kind of beating the brakes off of Mr. Firesley.
I know, but Mr. Firesley needs to take a nap, I think.
Let's switch it up. So what do you got for us today?
We're going to take on the castle called Team Skull. Team Skull, absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
go. All right, let's get in there. So as a little reminder, what's the objective when you're attacking? Well, it's to get those 3 stars that you see at the top of the screen. Now, 1 star is for basically not going too crazy on drinking potions. So keeping your potion consumption to a minimum.
Keep it low,
The second really important one is to make it to the end and under the time limit, which is the timer that you see in the top right of the screen. And last but not least, my personal favorite objective is to not get yourself killed while you're going through the castle. So now you'll see
that's my ability right there. All right, let's talk about that real fast. That was cool. I love that.
The hawk
those
dive.
Birds.
Yeah. So you see, Black Eye's got his main man, Mr. Pointy, his loyal falcon hanging around with him, and uses him for a lot of his most powerful skills, like that one that you saw right there, the arrow showers, as I call them. Basically, a really, really useful tactical skill that the Archer can bring to the table to kind of to hang back, use some little bit of strategery, as we've mentioned before, lay down that trap in front of his enemies and basically do a lot of huge damage to a group of enemies. Because the Black Guy, it's not as physically powerful as Painhammer, so he's got to use his noggin a little bit if he's gonna make his way through the castle.
Especially with that low defense, has to do with anything.
Especially when you get this kind of combination like you got right now, where you got the smelly warriors, pretty difficult melee enemy. Pain Hammer could get in there, go head
just
toe to toe.
boot the chest, knock it out the box, pretty much straightforward. He can deal with that kind of damage. But yeah,
exactly. But
Archer takes a bit of damage, and of course, since we're talking about archers, I have to say the Smelly Archer, one of the minions, we'll talk about that a little bit later, has been in use pretty frequently in the tournament here today.
Absolutely true.
Seeing somebody, archer on archer action, learning how to deal with it properly. I'm glad to see that happening. I think the archer can deal with that a lot better.
Yeah, a lot of hot archer on archer action.
A lot of archer on archer action. I love it.
Yeah, and actually a really great thing that we've seen players doing a lot. And here's Jimbo. We met him yesterday, taking out my man Jimbo again. A thing that a lot of players are doing in the competition that we're seeing right now is using the Smelly Archer's sniper shot ability, which when you get a lot of those...
That's what I was saying. That's the best thing. We didn't see much of that in PAX, but that it's so damaging. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not maneuvering properly, that sniper shot hurts for so much damage. Well, you know what's great though? He has it too.
I know.
Archer here has that same shot.
Absolutely does. Fight fire with fire is what I was saying.
So archer and archer action
to
the maximum.
So we saw right there a nice little tactical combo. Aforementioned Smelly Archer. There was a Bone Puppeteer in the mix there a second ago, and also a Smelly Warrior. A lot of smelliness going on in this castle, in Team Skull's castle here.
Yeah, they stink.
Oh, yeah. And then we see a Bag of Bones Brigade coming towards the hero here.
Now, usually when we see a Bag of Bones, we see Bone Puppeteers.
Bone Puppeteers at the back there, too. So, yeah, like another one of those things I keep talking about. The players are doing a lot more and more, I'm seeing in the contest, is using those tactical combos of creatures. A really, really good tip to do if you wanna bring home those crowns.
Very smart. Glad to see that. We're also seeing a little bit of switch up with the Bone Puppeteers now. They're using the healing capabilities on mobs that maybe they can't resurrect, such as the Cyclops, who can be Ubered by the Defendertrons, but throwing that heal on there, that's pretty good. I'm glad to see people switching it up, using those extra abilities for the minions.
Absolutely agree. I mean, a good Defendertron is still always going to be...
That's the classic. Defendertron classic. Everybody knows that. Everybody uses that. You can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned Defendertron.
Absolutely true. So now, we'll see here again another huge array of Bag of Bones, level 3 this time. These guys have been boosted up to a large degree.
Honey, let me upgrade you.
Actually, that's the thing that I've been noticing a lot in the castles today is that players are really going hard on the upgrading of the creatures of their castles.
They're really doing it right.
They've really been paying attention to the game. I'm really, really happy to be seeing that.
This is a game that this was the undercard of the next level. And then when people saw it and they played it and they saw how in-depth and how awesome it was, they were like, you know what? This is the game. This game is too good. And the more they get involved, the more they enjoy it. And I'm glad, especially because I know that all of the players down below, they're listening. They're paying close attention. So that was the attack side. We plundered the castle. You set it on fire, bruh.
Yep.
Yeesh. Jeez. I don't know what to say to that. That's kind of ridiculous. So
let's just take a moment.
Of course, real fast, when you clear a castle, of course, you grab the loot at the end. All of that is, the life force and the gold that goes towards your castle. And, of course, in between, of course, you can pick up weapons, things like that.
You got it.
I'm waiting for that red drop.
We still haven't gotten a purple.
Epic drop. I need that purple stuff, man.
I want that purple. Me too.
I want that purple stuff. We'll see it soon. But that was the attack. Let's look real fast. Let's switch up. Let's look at the menu real quick. I want to see what we've got going on. You can sell the items too. Very good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We're decked out pretty awesomely right now with the archer's gear right now. I mean, the purple would have been amazing, but you never know. We still got another day
today.
Yeah, we did.
We did. It was early in the day, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, very, very nice stuff. So yeah, basically, the other thing that's nice that we've been talking about is how when you're looting with one hero, you can get items for your other heroes as well. It's basically, we're trying to have it be so that all of your characters can kind of advance at a similar rate, right? Yeah. So you can go and Pain Hammer it up on one hand, then go back to Black Eye a minute later, and just really, because different castles have different tactical combinations that make it easier for one hero or another to accomplish. So it's always keeping you on your toes. And look at the Earl of Velocity there. Did you see him? My God, look at.
I can't wait to get some Earl action, man. That dude is a monster. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't contain myself. All right, I got to calm down because we need to go into our defenses.
Yeah,
I want to see. This is, all right, everybody in the booth, you need to pay attention because this is the part that the beginners kind of struggles with. And we're going to drop some tips for you guys right now as we go through exactly what the defense is and how they can use this to their advantage.
Absolutely. So basically the goal of the defense mode is to, basically defend your treasure room, which is what we're looking at right now. Now, it's basically the attackers are going to come in through the front of the castle. They're going to make their way through all of your creatures, traps, and defenses.
Right.
Hopefully, for you, get killed inside of your castle. That's good for you.
Yeah, pass me a crown, please. Thank
exactly,
you.
exactly. And then if they make it all the way through to the end, well, they're going to have a last gigantic boss encounter, hopefully that you've set up using all of your most powerful creatures and powerful defenses. And, well, let's just go and straight up and check out some of those defenses right now.
Right now we're laying down traps. We have a hamster wheel here that's being put down.
Yeah, so I see what Romain's doing right now. See, he's laying down a hamster wheel right in front of a line of hunger bots. So that's a nice tactical combo where those hunger bots are going to suck the hero directly into the path of that trap right there.
So right there, we saw he was checking out some of the perks there. He's got some of them on that attraction, so they're going to pull him into that wheel, and that's going to cause a knockback. Pretty solid trap there.
Very, very true. Very true. And then you'll see there's another combo. Oh, we're just adding a room. He doesn't even.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was going to say. I remember yesterday we saw some room additions going on over here, which is good. So
this is another potentially good good tactic that is good to use. And see, I see where he's going with this.
Like
he's putting a room off of the beaten path, basically, to sort of get in some mind games with the attackers. So because, you know, he's putting that gelatinous wall there to slow down any attackers that come through, putting some smelly warriors behind that to really kind of get in the face of any attacker that comes through there.
Great stuff.
But this is a dead end, right? So that's just all just designed to kind of be a trick for the attacker that comes in.
You're going to clear that room out.
And you're going to realize, oh wait, okay, I got to backtrack back through the gelatinous
wall. And that's a time waster. I'm glad to see that today. We've seen people that did not die but actually ran out of time in some of these dungeons because of traps, because of having to manage mobs, manage their own health. We've seen a lot of that. So that's another strategy that I would say use to your best abilities. Add those rooms, add those corridors.
Absolutely.
Make it difficult.
Speaking of strategies for the tournament, one strategy that I would say is really useful is I see a lot of the times that the players are sometimes dying halfway through the castle and healing themselves and still going. I would recommend, little tip, if that happens to you, just leave the castle and try another one. Because what you want to do is really go get those crowns, get as many crowns as possible, and you do that by maximizing the amount of attacks that you do. So for any players who are here at the next level, that would be a really good strategy to use.
Hope you're paying attention, guys. You will be competing later on. Those of you on the floor, you guys at home, I don't know if you'll ever be here, but if you do come and you make it out to PAX East, these tips will help.
Absolutely.
These tips will help. So what do we got going on here?
All right, so Romain's laying down some bosses. Yeah, Count Nottingham, always a classic.
Yes.
A boss character that we know and love well.
Can never go wrong.
Putting down his Snotter minions in front of him there. Now, Nottingham definitely one of the more powerful of the boss characters. So you'll see there's that big blue circle right at the end of the castle. That's basically where all of the rules kind of go out the window, and you can really maximize the amount of damage that you can do in that one space, because that's sort of like your last hurrah before the enemy comes and gets your treasure, right? So. Last final boss encounter. So I think our castle's looking pretty good right now, actually.
It's looking pretty solid. Got a couple of traps, couple of dead ends, wrong directions. Hopefully your castle holds up.
And I see we're going to maybe do a little bit of tweaking of the theme here. Always a nice touch.
That's correct. We've got themes. This looks nice.
You know, it's important to have a nice atmosphere.
I'm an aesthetic kind of guy. You know, I like to dress
I can tell that about you.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
You got to love that. I had to point that out there. All right. But
Comic-Con's best dressed man right next to me here.
Doing what I can.
I know.
You know, I do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
Okay, he's just putting down the spooky keep theme. That's my personal favorite. I think that one looks just really kick-ass.
Again, we said it before. It's October, Halloween.
You know it.
Spooky.
Exactly.
Right up our alley. I love it.
So, all right, I think our castle's looking pretty nice. I mean, what I would like to do now is go and see if we had any attacks come towards us.
We got some time left. Let's see if. All right.
Defense lost yet again, man. Our castle's not paying the bills right now.
But you know what? It's okay. He just made this castle, so maybe that one he had before
okay.
was
There's one. There's a little win on there.
You want to check out the win real fast?
So, you know this is one of my favorite features, is the replay feature. Now, every single attack that takes place in the Mighty Quest is saved, that you can go back and watch every single person that comes into your castle to attack it, go back and watch exactly what happened to them inside your castle.
Right.
That's a feature that I find really great, because not only is it fun to watch people that die in your castle, but it's also super useful and informative to watch people that succeed in defeating it, because you go, oh, okay, I see what they did there. I see a little trap that I thought was going to be a better one, and it didn't work out exactly the way that I wanted to.
I use that game plan a lot of times. That's how I learned about the hunger bots and the springs.
So the replay feature is really one of my favorite. Absolutely, absolutely. So
really
we see here that Archer character is getting stuck on getting juggled by that hamster wheel and the hunger bot combination, exactly how we wanted it to be. Got projected by that spring trap right into the Pete Poundmore. So it looks like, in this run anyway, all of our defenses are doing exactly what we wanted them to do when they were setting them up.
Bit of a rush situation right there, having to deal with 2 Cyclops, a hunger bot, traps in the way, and then the Pete Poundmore all at the same time. Gets caught up on a trap there, does die because of that, just
making
before
it all the way to the boss.
Nottingham, and now we've seen how that defense went. Pretty good stuff. So we're going to see him clear this boss sucker, but he did die just a moment ago. So that right there means that when he gets to the end, the loot gets locked up. You hate to see this kind of thing happen. Good stuff there. I love it. And what's really awesome, I'm looking right now at this replay menu. You have the ability to jump back in and get your revenge.
You certainly do. One-stop shopping. One click, you take revenge on the person that's attacked your castle. That's what Mighty Quest is all about. Some competition between players.
So real quick, let's do a recap real fast. For the attack side, what is the best advice that you would give for the Archer here today if you were attacking?
Well, basically, I would be trying to use those distance abilities as much as I can. It's like that harass ability that you saw there. Use the Caltrops is another really good one. If you're getting surrounded by enemies, don't slow them down.
Yes.
Because the Archer needs space to breathe, right? He can't be like Painhammer and just rush straight into a mob, because otherwise you know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
He's going to get taken out. So use those crowd control abilities. A really good tip to do. And for the defense, try to do as many of those tactical combinations as possible. Like I was saying, really concentrate on that boss room at the end. Lay down some Defendatron, Cyclops combos is a good one. Maybe put a trap in there to slow the enemies down. All those are super good tips for players. And a lot of them have been doing that already.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm loving the way that these dungeons have been leveling up. We've seen some great action so far. We've taken this from the Uplay Lounge to PAX Prime to New York Comic Con, and I have to say the level of knowledge that is now being given into the game, the way that these guys are developing their castles, they're getting better. They're getting better and better and better. I can't wait to see what happens the next time around. We've got more action coming up in a little bit. Before we leave, though, I don't want to get rid of you guys because I love Mighty Quest so much, but let these people know, please, where can they find the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot?
Okay, so the game's in closed beta right now. You can get a key by going to the mightyquest.com or mightyquest.com and apply for a beta key, or if you want to get in right away, you can purchase a Founders Program called the 00 package.
The 00 package, ladies and gentlemen.
Original Opulencian, which comes with a ton of exclusive stuff, characters, blings, gear, etc., but also direct access into the closed beta.
And let's not forget, for those of you who are in our chat, watching our live stream and paying attention to everything going on at the next level, we have giveaways in the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
Absolutely.
Is on there. You have an opportunity to get your hands on a closed beta keys. We've got the golden ticket.
Golden ticket right there.
So if you want it, make sure you're
Come
paying
on down
attention
and you can
in
get
the
one
chat.
yourself.
Make sure you're paying attention to our Twitter. That is TNLVL. And with all of that said, I got to say, I don't want to wrap up, but I got to do so. Matt, it's been a pleasure.
Time flies and you're having fun.
Roman, it's been a pleasure. We'll have more Mighty Quest action tomorrow with the devs. We're also going to have more action in the qualifiers. Let's get back to the floor after a commercial break. We'll see you guys in a bit.